Hello, this is time for episode 133. It is the return of the companies and champions series. It is the return of Talk for Glory because apparently we took about a month or so off after giving you Clash and AEW All Out and some gameplay action. But before anything else is said, introductions will always be a must. I'm Enigma V4. This is episode 133. And today's company, if you guys couldn't tell by my background, by the thumbnail, it is the, what was it called in 2019? The T-shirt company. It is the company that was started off of a YouTube channel. It is the company that a lot of people are calling WCW. It is a elite wrestling company. Guys, you already know I am talking none other than the champions of All Elite Wrestling. So, like I started off with the Stardom Champions video, we've had a lot of champions from January to now. We've had some scrimmage issues. We've had some interim champions. But before I dive headfirst into this, let me start off by saying, when I say All Elite Wrestling, I mean All Elite Wrestling. So I'm not counting ROH. And to tell you guys the truth, we ain't doing ROH here. We are not doing the ROH titles. So this series, also not doing New Japan. No New Japan Pro Wrestling videos will be coming until December. So it looks like you guys were getting Stardom, AEW, and the finals will be WWE. But wait, one moment, guys. Okay, I'm back. And back to what I was saying. Yeah, so you guys won't be getting a ROH Champions video or a New Japan Pro Wrestling Champions video. And just to shatter the dreams of anyone that's a fan, you certainly are not getting an Impact Wrestling Champions video. I can't even name you 3 of their champions right now. So, as you guys can already tell, that the finals will be WWE, but currently we're in an AEW video. So let's start it off correctly with some of the newer championships, or the newer champions, so to say. And let's start it off with the AEW Trios champions, Deathtriangle, the Bastard Pack, Rey Fenix, and Pentagon El Zero Mero, Pentagon Jr., the second AEW Trios Tag Team Champions, the longest reigning AEW Trios Tag Team Champions. They beat the Elite's record. What a glorious run and luxurious title reign the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega had, right? What a great couple hours of champions they were. They were truly fighting champions. And I trust me, guys, Kenny Omega, what a great fighting champion. Young Bucks, what a great fighting champion. I bet they would have fought anyone backstage, too. Backstage, in the ring, doesn't matter. They were fighting champions, right? Okay, jokes aside to that, let me start off by saying my thoughts on, I can't say much about their reign because it's only been, a month in, or like 2-3 weeks in? Not 2 weeks. I know it's either a month or 3 weeks in. So let me just tell you my high hopes for this. For this group, this faction. I hope that we get to see more of the Lucha Bros just being what they're best at, a tag team. Like Pac is amazing by himself. Pac is great in this faction. I enjoy Pac for who he is. I enjoy Pentagon for who he is. I enjoy Ray Phoenix for who he is. And I want to say that if anyone would like to agree or disagree with me on this one, the Death Triangle truly does shine when they're together. Like I enjoy the Lucha Bros a lot, and I enjoy Pac, but I do enjoy tag team matches a lot. So I appreciate seeing the greatness that is Death Triangle, and I hope that they have a great run. I hope that they face people like the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn. I hope they face people like the Best Friends. I hope that the trios tag titles get some recognition throughout more companies. I would love to see Pac with the All Atlantic Championship and just say, why should it just be this title? How about Death Triangle goes on a world tour as the best trios? But as much as I want to see Death Triangle go on a world tour, I hope that they stop by Japan or England or Australia. Because, guys, don't you guys remember who defeated Death Triangle and eliminated them? I think we're only 5 minutes in. But in case you guys forgot, the United Empire, and as always, you guys got to throw up them crowns, guys, defeated the Death Triangle. Now, whether you guys want to get Will Ospreay versus Pac for the IWGP US title or the All Atlantic Championship, that can be on pause. Trust me, I look forward to that. But let's get Death Triangle versus United Empire. Let's get it round 2. If you guys haven't already seen, let's go check out Aussie Open versus FTR. That's 2/3 of the United Empire right there between Will Ospreay and Aussie Open. And actually, it's not 2/3. It's more like 2/7. But I want to see Aussie Open show the greatness of their tag team and their greatness with Will as a unit a little bit more. And I look forward to maybe, hopefully, a future rematch between Death Triangle and the United Empire. Next title we're going to be talking about is the AEW All Atlantic Championship. So, I want to say that this is a literal Intercontinental or United States Championship in the sense of it's just something defended worldwide. And I know I've memed about how this thing is basically the Stardom SWA Championship with the whole ruling that Pac can't defend it. What is it? That he can't defend it against other British people, or he can't defend it like in Britain, or it's something. I know that there's rules for this championship, and Pac has gone on a world tour because traveling has always been an issue for Pac. So I think the All Atlantic Championship is the perfect championship for Pac. Speaking of Pac, call it a meme, but it is a fact. We got to call this man Tupac for the 2 belts he has, the first ever double champ in AEW history. And I appreciate a good double champ. If you would have told me after the Elite won the Trios tag titles, hey, Pac's going to be holding 2 titles by the end of next week, I'd have been like, no, he's not. Like, my man's is on a world tour. But we have Pac just on a world tour. We have Pac defending the All Atlantic Championship against people like Shota Umino, against people like Orange Cassidy, against people like Kip Sabian, against people against soon-to-be Trent Beretta. So again, when we get Pac versus an international sensation, it won't be disappointing because we've already seen Pac against some pretty entertaining people. Again, guys, I am hoping to get Pac versus Will Ospreay for either titles, double titles, I don't care. US and All-Atlantic Championship. I don't mind the idea of a double title match at Wrestle Kingdom between Will Ospreay and Pac. Maybe Will Ospreay shows up back in AEW. He's got to show that he's the top Brit. Because, guys, if we really want to be technical here, there are about, 3 of the greatest British wrestlers of today. That is yours, mine, our Commonwealth Kingpin, the IWGP United States Champion, the longest reigning Rev Pro World Heavyweight Champion, Will Ospreay, the bastard, 2 belts Pac. And whatever the fuck you want to call this man, he'll still be breaking your fingers. He's still the bruiserweight. He still loves a good fight. And that is Pete Dunne, also known as Butch. Those 3 are the UK's best. Now, whether you guys want to say Ilya Dragunov or Tyler Bate or Trent Seven or Jordan Devlin, whether you guys want to say those guys, wait, no, Jordan Devlin is Irish. But whether you guys want to say those people are in the top British names, by all means, comment that down below. Who is the top British names to you? Who is the embodiment of British strong style? Who is the embodiment of the British indie scene? All right. Time for our next title. It is the AEW Tag Team Championships, held by the team that everybody loves and everybody can't help but go for the scissor me daddy ass chance. It is the Acclaimed. Newly won Tag Team Champions. I'll say this about their match. I prefer the first one. I prefer Swerve in Our Glory versus the Acclaim, Part 1. Should the Acclaim have won that one? Maybe. I'm very on the fence for who should have won that. I'm not against either or's outcome because I really do like Swerve in Our Glory, and I really do like the Acclaim. And Young Smooth is a big Acclaim fan. He was high on them since like day one. But yeah, so how I feel about them as of right now, Tag Team Champions, again, congratulations to Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. There's not much I can say for the Acclaimed as of right now, for the simple fact that did they show up on Dynamite or was their first appearance on Rampage? Because that actually does matter to me on how I want to take the Acclaim moving forward. They're very over with the scissor me daddy ass stuff. Max Caster is always spitting fire. Anthony Bowens has a story. Like, he generates a really good story. And it's not just he's a one-dimensional character where he's just the second to Max Caster. He's just the guy that holds the boombox and the guy that scissors daddy ass on Billy Gunn. Anthony Bowens has a character that we can probably get behind. Maybe not now. Maybe there's not a lot of Anthony Bowens fans. But the guy, when he talks with emotion, and that's truly something I really enjoy in wrestling. Not just wrestling, like just promos in general, whether you're a manager, whether you're a wrestler, whether you're a backstage interviewer. If you can just like generate emotion when you speak, I really appreciate that. But I'm looking forward to watching the Acclaimed and Swerve in Our Glory Part 3, if that ever comes. I'm looking forward to the Acclaimed versus the Ass Boys. I'm looking forward to the Acclaimed versus Private Party. I'm looking forward to the Acclaimed versus all these tag teams, because when it comes to people who chase the title and then get it, there is a huge change in momentum, in character, in mood when you get the title. And there's someone on this list. There's a certain champion here that I can really go into detail about that kind of transition from champion to from challenger to champion. But again, everybody loves the Acclaim. Congratulations on Max Caster and Anthony Bowens being the new AEW Tag Team Champions. I'm glad that I get to talk about the Acclaim here, and I look forward to their AEW Tag Team title reign. Right, time for our next person. It is the undefeated, longest reigning TBS champion. All right, guys, going to be real here. I'm not a fan of Jade Cargill. I don't know what it is, but if you guys just saw my post on Instagram literally 24 hours ago, I am really hoping that Jamie Hayter is the one to beat her. The TBS Championship doesn't need to stand for that bitch show. It doesn't need to stand for the Brit show. I'm just saying Jamie Hayter would probably demolish her. But I'll give credit where credit is due. Impressive undefeated streak. To a lot of people that say she's put in the work, she's really changed up her in-ring. And here's the thing about that, and Young Smooth will probably agree with me on this whenever he sees this kind of video. I do not believe in people that are getting good to become champions. I don't believe in that. I didn't believe in getting good and becoming a champion, even if it's like my favorite person. One second, guys, there's a car passing by. Okay. But yeah, so I don't believe in that kind of stuff. And that's kind of been like the running gag of Jade Cargill, like 3, 4, 5 months into her reign, where people will constantly tell me, she's getting good. She's getting good. It's like, I don't need her to be getting good as a champion. I need her to be good enough to be a champion. I believe that everyone has improvement, but a really good comparison that I can think of on the top of my head is Aaliyah. I am not a fan of Aaliyah in WWE. She's put in work. She's put in effort. And I really do respect that. I respect the grind. But if you were to have told me she's getting good and should be a tag team champion, I would say, why does she need to be getting good? Why is she in the process of being good? Because there are a lot of people that we can easy, like, easy another example. Montez Ford is amazing. Without a doubt. Montez Ford is amazing. Should he be a US or Intercontinental champion? Hell yeah. But look at Montez now. He is amazing now. No championship. Just amazing in the ring. Do you think he's good enough to be a champion? Hell yeah. Not he's getting good. But Jade Cargill, I respect your undefeated streak. I respect your title reign. Do I hope Jamie Hayter puts it to an end? Absolutely. But until then, enjoy your undefeated streak. Okay. Pretty sure I've seen like the notification for messages go up around like 3 times. So let's read some before like I even continue. Cash Money, always love seeing you, man. Z, what's up, bro? Deathtriangle is amazing. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. For all the shit I give like Ray Phoenix every here and there, I really do like Deathtriangle. Maybe I'd like the Lucha Bros together, but I really do like Deathtriangle. Yeah, the first one definitely better. Thank you. Someone gets it. A lot of people say just because it was in New York, that was the perfect time for the Acclaim to win. To me, it wasn't. I think the first time would have been good. Was I mad that Swerve and Glory won? Hell no. Do I think the Acclaim could have won? Yes. I was fine with either or outcome. I genuinely think round 2 devalued the first one because it was like, oh, win, lose, you guys are still going to go again. Wait, Z, why are you saying wow? How long do you think she's going to stay undefeated? Honestly, I want to say I think her undefeated streak either comes to an end by Jamie Hayter or Chris Statlander. And I want to say either January or December. I'll give it there. January or December is when the streak ends. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. All right, now back to the championships. Next is our AEW Women's Champion. It's going to say interim, but we all know that Toni Storm may as well be the default champion. All right, see that notification? I was shocked you weren't a fan of her, but you had a good reason. Thank you, Z. I appreciate the wrestling fans like you. Now, maybe you're a fan and I'm not a fan, but I respect the fans that have disagreements and they don't go ripping off each other's heads. Two different opinions doesn't mean we can't be friends, doesn't mean we still can't be wrestling fans, doesn't mean we can't have different opinions and things. But yeah, Z, I'm not the biggest Jade Cargill fan, and I'm praying for the day Jamie Hayter just 3-minute squashes her. Also, thank you for calling my reasoning good. But back to our scheduled champion, our AEW interim real women's world champion. She is the only woman to have held the NXT UK AEW Women's World of Stardom Championships. She is rock hard Juice Robinson's wife. She is the only person with a clock that only says her name and time. It is Toni time. It is Toni Storm. I've got to say that I enjoy Toni Storm in AEW more than I enjoy her in WWE main roster. Now, do I think if Toni Storm would have came probably maybe if Toni Storm would have came maybe 4 months before Britt Baker lost the title to Thunder Rosa, would it be up in the air? And when I say came, I mean like had the same momentum as Thunder Rosa. Had the same momentum as Thunder Rosa, because I think we all knew that Thunder had to be the one to beat Britt. But I really do enjoy Toni Storm as champion. And I'll give her credit where credit's due. That Storm Zero Pile Driver to Serena Deeb last week was pretty cool. Would have been better if she jumped. But regardless, I'm enjoying this champ. I'm going to look forward to her. I'm going to look forward to her versus Thunder Rosa. I liked her comments after the scrimmage. What's it called? Scrummage? Whatever the hell it's called. Where someone asked, or Tony Khan had asked, like, oh, what are you going to do when Thunder Rosa comes back? And she's just like, yeah, I'm going to kick her ass and retain my title. Short, sweet, and signs of a dominant champ. I'm looking forward to the rest of Toni Storm's AEW women's title run. Let's hope it's up there with the greats. And by the greats, I mean the only great. I'm not going to do it. This is about Toni Storm. I'm not going to do the introduction, guys. But let's get into our next person. Guys, if you guys can't do the math already, there's 2 titles left, and you know which one's last. So let's talk about this one. The next one is our AEW TNT Power Bombing Machine, Wardlow. Jesus Christ, what the hell happened to Wardlow? I love Wardlow. Wardlow is so cool to me. I really like. If he was probably a little bit more mobile, I think Wardlow would have been like a shorter but more buff version of the Blueprint Matt Morgan. For you guys that don't know who that is, first off, go to Minds and Young Smooth's 2019 AEW Dream Signings video. He's in there. And then go look up some TNA clips from Matt Morgan. But yeah, what happened to Wardlow? Since Wardlow has been TNT champion, what's he done? What's he done, guys? Feud with Jay Lethal. No disrespect, but along with Jay Lethal and about the other 80% of ROH, who cares about who cares? Who cares? Like, genuinely speaking, who cares? It is fucking insane that Wardlow, with so much steam, so much hype behind him, pre-championship, was amazing. And then when he wins the title from Scorpio Sky, it's just like crickets, silence. And I don't want Wardlow to be a better chaser than champion. I want to see a dominant mid-card champion. I want to see Wardlow be up there with Bobby Lashley and Walter. I want to see that. I want to see people go, wow, Walter's a good champion. Wow, Bobby Lashley's a good champion. Wow, Wardlow's a good champion. Like, what's going on with Wardlow? And then what's this stuff I'm hearing about him and Joe being a tag team, being called War Joe? Why is the ROH TV and AEW TNT champion a tag team? You guys already know how I feel about tag teams and champions. Go defend your title. If I wasn't a fan of it during Nikki Bella's whole title reign, and like she was like in what, like 70% tag team matches, and then had like one Divas title match defense every 3 months, like it was up there with Dean Ambrose. U.S. title run. Fuck it, both U.S. title runs. But yeah, what is with Wardlow? Like, Wardlow has fallen from grace. And I really hope he picks himself up. I hope that he gets himself into better storylines, because it's still blowing my mind that at this very moment, the greatest TNT champion is Miro. Like, that really says something here. But, yep, that's how I feel about the TNT champion. So, I see we have more comments. Z, you are very active tonight, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the interactions. Matt Morgan was insane. Dude, yes, he was. A genetic freak. A man that should have beaten Kurt Angle at Bound for Glory that one year. I believe, what was it, 2008, 2009? Around that ballpark? Someone correct me down below where it was. It was either 8 or 9. Yeah, facts. He's barely even on Dynamite. Yeah. Like, if you're telling me the TNT title is a Rampage championship, fine. But you need to establish that. I better be tuning into Rampage and seeing that TNT championship. If AEW Dynamite is for the world and Rampage is for the TNT, fine. But let's establish that. Let's make it be known. Let's have it so when I watch Dynamite, I'm looking forward to the world, the tag team, and let's say the women's. And then Rampage can be the TBS, TNT, and trios. Because Young Smooth said this a while back, and I do have to agree with him with this. AEW does have too many championships to the point where you do need to spread this out. And the diagram I just drew for you guys, that's the only thing I can think of, where it's like, all right, 3 titles here, 3 titles there. But guys, because we're on our final championship, Z, I appreciate that you've been very interactive. Guys, because we are here at our final moment, you guys already know the drill. The Championship Company Series will be coming to an end with the WWE Championships. But for all of our videos, for all of our social medias, you guys will already know where to find us. You guys are able to find Young Smooth at Young Smooth TFG on Twitter, myself at Enigma_V4_. You guys will be able to find my Instagram, which is just Enigma V4. You guys can also follow my TikTok, which is Enigma V4 as well. One second, guys. Wait, sorry, I'm at Enigma_V4. You guys already know it's either a period or it's a V. It's either a period or it's an underscore. But you guys already know that I may be the 4th version of Enigma, but you guys will always be able to find me by just typing up Enigma V4 or typing up Talk for Glory. You guys haven't already. Make sure you guys drop a like, drop comments. Make sure you guys sub to Talk for Glory. But you guys can also join our Discord. I am loving this interaction between everyone. And although I'm talking about pretty much primarily 6 championships, I believe. What was I saying? There we go. Now I remember. Primarily, we've only talked about 6 championships here. I've enjoyed the interaction between Z, Cash Money. Oh, hey, Smooth, what's up, man? I'm too shit. Oh, God. Also, fun fact here in Talk for Glory, guys, there is no fucking shills. There is no hidden biases. If we're biased towards a fucking superstar or a company, we would say that, but our opinions should not affect how you feel about wrestling. But, guys, remember, guys, drop a like, drop a sub, and importantly, just follow all of our socials, guys. Also, I did a video with Light Skin Gaijin on our Stardom final night of the 5-star Grand Prix. Feel free to hear that one out. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Podbean, everything. So remember, guys, drop a like, drop a sub, and it's time to get into our final championship. That final championship, you guys already know, has a legacy, a long line of really good holders. It is the AEW. It is the AEW World Championship, and it is being held by the workhorse, the Iron Man of AEW. Also, speaking of Iron Man and workhorse, when this man loses his title, Tony Khan, whether you watch this or not, Jon Moxley, Renee Young, I don't care. Whether you guys want to do this or not, give Jon Moxley his vacation. Christ. But yeah, so Jon Moxley, the 3-time AEW World Heavyweight Champion, the workhorse, the Iron Man, the no days off, the Mr. Delayed Vacations. Yeah, that's everything I got. How do I feel about this guy? Dear God, where do I start with this man's title run? It may be brand new, but remember, this is his 3rd reign, so let's talk about all of them all together. Where his first reign, where he beats Le Champion, Le Sex God, the Demo God, the Wizard. God, there's so many. The Ayatollah of Rock and Roll, Y2J, the fucking GOAT, El Ocho. Whether you guys want to count that one or not, where he beats Chris Jericho, becomes the 2nd AEW World Heavyweight Champion. So that one, really great, really dominant. The only problem was that there was a pandemic. So Moxie was coming out to crickets. He was coming out to silence. I know there's some companies that are like that where it's like they have a small capacity of people. But I will say this. Moxie did his best in the pandemic era. Round 2 of winning the AEW World Championship. And I guess this isn't the interim part. Okay. I wanted Danielson to win, but I knew a MJF title reign is coming very soon, and I didn't want Bryan to have a short reign. You know what? As much as I want to say I somewhat dislike Bryan Danielson, Z, I'm going to agree with you. I do not want to see a short reign. I don't want to see a short reign with Bryan Danielson. I think I've seen that enough in my life. The man didn't hold the WWE World Heavyweight Championship too long, not the IC Championship too long. I don't need him winning a title and then having to drop it. So I will agree with you on that one, Z. But Jon Moxley, the workhorse here, is facing people left and right, whether it's Rock Hard Juice Robinson, whether it's Squashing Punk, whether it's that one guy that no one knew who it was. So AEW do a better job presenting people that they don't know. And just I'll give him his flowers. Had a really good match against Bryan Danielson in the finals. Jon Moxley is without a shadow of a doubt probably, and when I say probably, I mean about a hardcore 99% chance, the Talk for Glory Superstar of the Year. You guys already know. If you haven't already, go vote on my Instagram. The votes, they're pretty fun. The votes for best match, best tag team match, best superstar. For you guys that don't remember some of our winners, let's go through a history real quick and let's really think about this one. 2019 Superstar of the Year was Adam Cole and Becky Lynch. 2020 was Drew McIntyre and Io Shirai. 2021 was Utami Hayashi Shista of Queen's Quest from Stardom and Roman Reigns, yours, mine, our tribal chief. And right now, the 2022 Superstar of the Year, it's it's got some contenders. It's got contenders. Just know that it's a little back and forth between King Switch and Jon Moxley, but Jon Moxley's kind of picking up that steam. He's kind of leaving King Switch here in the dust. But guys, wait a minute, time out. Wow, I'm surprised 21 didn't go to Kenny. Yeah, Z, yeah, that dude, you should have seen the polls for that one. I think Roman won by 24 hours. Like someone just voted at 11:59:58 right before the decision was final. But Kenny Omega did get best match. But back to Jon Moxley here, the workhorse, the best man of AEW. When you think of All Elite Wrestling, you don't think of the Bucks or Kenny. You don't think of Hangman. You don't think of Punk. You think of Jon Moxley. So, guys, out of all of the champions here, who do you think's going to beat who? Who's the team to beat Deathtriangle? Who's the team to beat the Acclaim? Who's the person to beat Tony Storm? Who's the person to beat John? Well, actually, you guys just said MJF. Who's the person to beat Wardlow? Guys, I'll give this one, and this will be my only one to beat Wardlow. There's only one guy that I believe that should beat Wardlow, and he is absolute. When I mean absolute, I mean fucking absolute underrated, and he is Ricky Starks. He should be the man to beat Wardlow for the TNT Championship. You guys think differently? Let me know who you got down below. But I believe that is everything I have for the best champion in AEW of 2022 at the moment, Jon Moxley. After he drops his title, this man is going on vacation, turning off his phone, blocking Tony Khan, and he's going to enjoy how many vacation days this man has. But guys, thank you everyone for hearing this. Z, I appreciate you being so interactive with me. Guys, also, Z, thank you so much for the tweets. I'm getting notifications from my phone that you're tagging me on Twitter and you're sharing the Talk for Glory video. Myself and Yasu definitely appreciate that so much. But guys, one more time, if you guys don't already, you guys can follow our socials. You guys can join our Discords. So if you guys haven't already, you guys can follow Young Smooth at Young Smooth TFG on Twitter. You can follow myself at Enigma_V4_ on Twitter. You can also follow me on my Instagram, Enigma_V4. You guys can join the Discord. You guys can follow the Talk for Glory Spotify. You guys can follow my TikTok. Trust me, guys, I'm very rampant when it comes to like posting on TikTok and Instagram, and the uploading will not stop for, I want to say, maybe the next week or so here on Talk for Glory. So keep those notifications on and make sure that you guys always throw some suggestions our way. But above all else, oh, one more thing. Actually, two more things. Actually, no, I'll save the second part for the next video. But myself, and I know Young Smooth as well, want to thank you guys for the 580 subscribers. We're close to 600. There's something I want to do as a thank you, and I know that it would probably be fun. But on the next video, there's going to be an announcement to celebrate 600 subscribers. But guys, thank you so much. Z, thanks for the interactions. Smooth, can't wait to have you on the next one. Remember, guys, drop a like, drop a sub, drop your favorite champions, drop your future champions. Tell me your favorite AEW match. Have a great night, stay safe, and enjoy wrestling.